Let me begin by saying how honored I am to be here to join family and friends to celebrate the life of our dearly beloved father, Pa Matthias Egharewa Keyamo. But I must say that I'm here also as a member of the family, and that has been well attested to today earlier on by our dear mother, Mrs. Caroline Keyamo. Pa Keyamo, who was married to our mother, then Caroline Ogunjobi of Ilaro in Yewa Ogun State, has clearly established that we're a family because my maternal grandparents are from Ilaro, of the Adewunmi family. So we're actually cousins. And I suspect that it might complicate matters if I were to adopt my cousin Endurance as his father. So I will leave my brother Silk, Festus Keyamo, to iron out all the legal details and to make a detailed report to me of whether this is possible or not possible. So Endurance, this matter has to be taken further. We have to appeal further on this matter. But we celebrate here today a true Nigerian who was born in Delta State, bred in Kaduna, and who got married to a Yoruba woman, Mama Caroline Keyamo. And I think that it is important for us all always to bear in mind that the nature of our nation really must celebrate men and women like this. Men who go completely outside their own comfort zones and who make Nigeria happen in a very distinct way. So we celebrate this true Nigerian. And we know that he's also someone who has proved in public service that you can serve the public, you can serve society, and distinguish yourself and still be a person who is highly regarded as a person of integrity, a person of honesty, and a person of commitment to nature. So today we celebrate this excellent Nigerian, and I will want to say that just looking at his life and looking at all of the things that he managed to achieve, first, he was one of the pioneers of the cooperative societies in Nigeria. He was also someone who, just by dint of his hard work and honesty, became an auditor, one of the first internal auditors in the then Midwestern government. And even after that, he went into private life and worked as managing director of the Olori group of companies and distinguished himself there as well. I think that this fine Nigerian must be celebrated in every possible way. And I think that, as they say, the legacy of great people, the legacy of great men and women does not need any elaboration. It is very evident from even their children and grandchildren. And we've seen and heard today. We have heard today from his children, we have heard from his grandchildren, and we know that all of them in public life have distinguished them, in public and private life, have distinguished themselves. And we know that he has always himself, all through his life, demonstrated what it is exactly that he wants his family to be like after him. And his children have proved that. And after hearing Endurance and anyone who knows Festus, even the grandchildren, their sense of humor, their great personalities, their love of people, is evident that they are certainly chips of the old block. But as you've heard in previous tributes, this was a great man with a large heart and a generous spirit. And I think it is now up to us and up to the children and grandchildren to ensure that we continue in the way that Pa Keyamo has demonstrated, and to continue to live our lives in the certain examples that he has set. I want to just again commend the family, not just for putting together this very befitting send-off for their father, but also for what they have been doing in their own lives. The only member of the family who is in public life is my dear brother, Festus Keyamo, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, a fearless defender of the downtrodden, and who has continued even in public service as Minister of Labor and Employment to do the same. And I think that that is certainly one of the most befitting tributes to your great father. So on behalf of the President, President Muhammadu Buhari, and the government and people of Nigeria, I'd like to express my deep condolences to the Keyamo family, the governor, and the people of Delta State over the passing of Pa Keyamo, the father of my dear brother, Festus Keyamo, Minister of State for Labor and Productivity, and his siblings beginning from number 1 to number 7. May his memory always be blessed, and may the good Lord comfort Mama Caroline Keyamo and all members of the family. God bless you all.